everybody, my name's Jodi Lakin. Today I am going to be doing something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. So first of all, let me show you, this is my Traveller's notebook and I keep it in this really cute case. So I got this case from like free in a magazine. It's actually an Animal Crossing case. I think it's supposed to be for your Nintendo Switch Lite, which means that my Traveller's notebook is probably a very similar size and shape to the Nintendo Switch Lite. So anyway, here is the case. I just really love it and it's kind of perfect for my Traveller's notebook. The inside has some of the most popular Animal Crossing characters on, and the case itself is Animal Crossing, and it has the little tanukis on the tag, so I really like it. And I kind of, because the one that came with the Traveller's notebook, it's kind of too small now to fit it in because I have quite a few journals in my Traveller's notebook. So basically, as you can see, I just pulled out this insert from the leather cover. I've had this book probably just over, I don't know, I guess it's been a couple of years now since I bought it, and I stuck some little patches on and personalised it. But this book in particular is all of my Disney trips, so it's my Disney diaries. It's not every time I've been to Disney, but I started to journal some of the trips that I went on, and as you know, probably we haven't been able to go to the park recently, but there's about 4 trips, maybe even 3 trips that I went on that I have not journaled yet, and I think they were maybe all in 2019 because we had family visit in 2019 and friends visit on 2 separate occasions, and everyone wanted to go to Tokyo Disney. Obviously, I highly recommend it if you do come to Japan. So I haven't journaled some of those trips. So today I'm going to be journaling the trip that my friends came. So I have these little journal clips and I have this cute little case. Now it's actually for sweets, it's like a sweet tin, but I do keep my watercolors in here sometimes, and if I do go on a trip and I take my Traveller's book with me, then this is what I take my watercolors in. It's a lot smaller than my normal watercolor pan, so it's just nice to keep them travel size so I can take them with me to the parks. And then I have these little files where I've kept a lot of like memorabilia and just things that I've picked up at the park, or maybe even little stickers, or sometimes I even take the packaging from the items that I've bought and I keep that for my journaling. But yep, I just love looking through all these little things that I've picked up. And actually I just showed you that I don't have the tickets from this particular time that we went, but the only thing that I could find with the date on it was a fast pass for Space Mountain. So that is what I'm going to be putting in my journal. But as you can see, I have all these little bits. I'm just looking through them and seeing what I think I might like to put in the journal. In fact, I think at this point I don't even remember what I have or I've collected over the times that I've been. So right now I'm just looking through everything. I also found these adorable Baymax stickers, which I completely forgot that I had. So that's fun. I'll put those with my stickers. Also, if you're wondering where these big cutout square pieces have come from, I actually had 2 calendars last year bought for me, and they were both Disney character calendars. So when I'd finished with them, I just went and cut out all the characters, and I'm really glad I did because it's kind of difficult to get this size of the characters. Like, I don't have a printer here in Japan, so I just don't want to buy one because I'll obviously be going home eventually, and I don't want to have to transport a printer home or like not be able to sell it after I've bought it. So yeah, so it's actually really useful to have all these little really nicely printed illustrations of the characters. So then I'm putting them on my new tray. I bought this little tray, which is actually very useful. I wasn't sure how useful it was going to be. I honestly just loved it. I loved the colours, and it has the little character Sumiko Grashi on them. And I just love those characters, so I bought this little tray. But actually, it's really useful because I can put all these little pieces on there, little stickers, and I won't lose them, which is what I tend to do. So then the other thing that I wanted to do is add some photographs, but I don't know if you can see that from the desk, but for some reason I have a Polaroid zip printer which you can print photos from your phone, and for some reason today the photos just came out with like stripes along them. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use those photos. I think I just had one that didn't come out with stripes, and I tried to print them 3 different times, and I even tried to like recalibrate the little printer. So if you have one of those printers, like, what do you do if that happens? Because I really didn't know what to do about it. And then the other thing that I'm looking through right now is lots of printouts from the art journaling, the magic course. Is it a course? Online course that I did last summer, I believe. I actually don't remember when it was. Last winter? I think it was winter. I wanted to cut out some of those things too because I still have them, and I also used them as a little bit of inspiration. So usually when I do these pages, these journal spreads, I really like to add a lot of colour into the background. It doesn't really matter if it's not going to be seen or I'm going to cover it up. I just really like to have a lot of colour in the background. And one memory that stands out for me on this particular trip was the electric parade. I think it's called the Electric Light Parade. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's a nighttime parade where all the floats at Tokyo Disney are lit up, and it's very magical. I'm pretty sure they have it at Walt Disney World too. But it is very, very cool. And one of my favourite memories was just sitting with all my friends and my husband and my brother, and we were just all sitting, all huddled together because it was so cold that night. Tokyo Disney is actually like near the sea, like very, very close to the sea. Like Tokyo Disney Sea is just like you can see it from the park. If you like looked over the wall, you could actually see the sea, like totally surrounds it. So you do get cold sometimes. You get a really cold breeze from the sea, and this night was like that. And it was in January too, which is I think probably the coldest month in Japan. So even though we were in Tokyo, it tends to be warmer, especially warmer than where I live. I live further north. It was still really cold. And I don't think it snowed, but it was very, very windy. So we all bought these really cute little headbands to wear to keep our ears warm, which was just really fun. I just love all the accessories they have at Tokyo Disney. So, like I said, I stuck the one picture in that I had, and then I also stuck in the Space Mountain FastPass ticket. I'm trying to think if they do the FastPass machine different than in the other parks, but actually I think it's the same. I think that once you have your ticket, you can go and scan it underneath a FastPass machine, and you can get your FastPass. But actually, I think they've changed it recently. I read about it. I think now in Tokyo Disney, as you walk into the park, you can actually apply for a FastPass on your phone, I believe, as long as you have got your tickets on your phone already or your account or something like that. Anyway, I'm totally going on a tangent there. So, because I only had those 2 actual memories from the day, the ticket and the photograph, to stick in here, I used all the other pieces that I had, and it didn't stop me from trying to journal about the day and remember that day in particular. So like I said, it was very colourful, and that was the one thing that I remembered a lot from the day. Like, we also watched another parade, and it was just very exciting. We had a really good view because we stopped as they were closing off the road, so we were at the front and we could see everything. We had the perfect view, and it's just a little something I notice when I've been to the park in Tokyo Disney, is that the performers, if they see you and you're not like Japanese, I know this is going to sound a bit strange, but it's like they just notice you and make a point of it, of that they've seen you. Maybe because they think, well, that we've come from far away, or I'm not really sure what it is. But all the performers, when they saw me, and like all together collectively, me and my 5 family and friends, they just made such a huge deal. And the videos and photos from that, I think it was the Dream Up parade, are like some of my favorite ever, because like the performers were just so excited to see us, like, and all the characters. And yeah, it was just great. It was just so fun, and I'll remember that forever because it was just such a unique experience. Usually if it's just me and Jack, it's not such a big thing, you know, we can sort of blend in with the crowd, but because there was 5 of us and we all had, like, you know, all the merchandise on and everything, it was just, they made such a huge deal of us, and it just felt very, very special. So yeah, if you do ever go to Tokyo Disney, you might have a similar experience, because you tend to just stand out, I guess. And yeah, it was great. And obviously we were shouting over in English, and a lot of the performers are either from Australia or America or the UK, so they they could understand us, like, shouting, you know, so I think that was part of it as well. But it was just really lovely. Like, I'll always remember this particular trip. So that is going to be it for this video. I feel like I was just chatting away and don't even know what I did. I wasn't even watching what I was doing. But basically, I just journaled about the trip itself. And my little traveler's notebook itself, I just decorated the outside with lots of stickers and actual stickers that you are given at the park, like birthday stickers, first trip, first ride stickers as well, and even some little stickers from the Disney store. I would love to flip this journal one day. I think I have a couple more Disney trips to journal about, so I'd like to do those first, and then I'll show you this little journal. But this is a watercolor paper traveler's notebook, in case you're wondering, which, as you can see, it held the watercolor fine and it didn't wrinkle the pages at all. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I feel very chatty today, but that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you again next Sunday with a brand new video. Have a great week, everybody.